You're live now?
Yeah, we're live now.
Right, so there you go, boys.
Right, today we've got Sean Byrne on. Sean, can you give us your credentials, what you're about?
Ex-pro boxer, ex-convict, just trying to make a difference.
Yeah. Well, what we're going to do, Sean, we're going to go back to where you were born.
Yep.
What was it like in the environment in the old days? I would do that with every guest, and we don't just to see you now. We want to hear how you've come to where you've come today. So, Where were you born, mate?
Born in Manchester, Brian. I'm an Irish immigrant family.
Yeah.
Times weren't really the easiest of times for my family back in them days with the no blacks, no Irish, no dogs.
Yeah.
We moved to Northampton for my dad to get more work.
Right.
I was about 4 when we came down here.
Any brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I've got 2 brothers, 2 sisters. 5 of us in the family, so it was a struggle every day for my parents.
Yeah, same with us. Yeah.
But look, I don't know. I don't.
So how old are you, Sean? Then
56 now, Brian.
Well, yeah, I'm a little bit older than you. So in them days, do you think the respect we had in them days, somebody would say, right, I'm going to tell your dad, and you would crap yourself. Oh, I'm going to tell your mum, you don't know me, mum. They'll say Mary Cockerill or whatever. You go, oh God, mum's going to kill me when I get in. You wouldn't dare be cheeky to somebody over 30 or whatever in them days because you'd be classed as being disrespectful. Yeah. It seems we've lost that little bit. We've lost that. Them values, I think, a lot.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Them values, slowly started to erode, I think, in the society we're in now.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's part of life now. We've got it's going to take a long process, I think, to turn it round. But if we can, bang our heads together, and that surely we can do.
So at school, what were you like at school? Were you into sport or anything there?
Yeah, I was pretty athletic at school. I loved my long distance running. I loved, my athletics. I loved football. But due to my mum and dad going through a divorce and splitting up, I kind of, started rebelling a bit at school and found myself getting involved in a lot more fights than your average kid. It was, I think for me personally, it was kind of, I was just crying out. I was just reaching out. And, back in them days, it was like you didn't really want to speak to anybody. You felt you didn't have anybody to speak to, family.
I think a lot of us had depression in them days, even as we were kids, but you couldn't say things like that then because it was like, oh, there's no such thing as mental health and you can't say all them type of things. People would be embarrassed to say that they were ill, or Mum, we would go on and say, Mum, he's picking on me, and say, get out before I give you a good hiding. So you had to fight, you had to become a fighter.
Yeah.
Because you're in that environment, same as you. Right. What age was it when you started to rebel about, Sean?
Well, Mum and Dad split up when I was about 6. So it was more or less instant, Brian. I started going to school and the fights were getting more regular and you see, you set yourself into a pattern and you keep doing what people expect from you at that age, So because everyone expected, oh, he's going to have another fight, it started to happen more and more regularly, and it was just, you find yourself in a rut where you can't get out because you feel you've put your, sorry, my dog's jumping about with a bit of wood. You kind of feel peer pressured into the behavior you start.
Yeah, I understand that myself. Same type of thing as myself. You get into them fights and you start winning fights and people expect you to do it, and you get a bit of a buzz off it really when you're a kid, because you're like, oh, I'm at school, I'm the top fighter and all this type of stuff, and the kids around you seem to give you that accolade. But when you're going home, obviously you're depressed again because your family's split up, so you're getting all that anger out by probably having the fights.
Yeah, it's a vicious circle, and it seems at the time to be the only way to release that anger, you know, is to just,
Yeah.
because we knew no other way back then, Brian. Do you know what I mean? It was,
and like we said, your dad, your mum would say, get out and get into him or have a fight with him. The same as our family, Scottish Catholics, come from Ireland.